Hey everybody, it's Hylian Alchemist, and welcome back to Let's Play Paper Mario. In the last episode, we met up with the Star Spirits, and they told us, like, hey, Bowser's doing some bad stuff again, so we gotta stop him again. And so in this episode, we are asked to go look for Merlin, who lives in this spinning roof house here. Wait a minute, the face seems very familiar to me. Oh, maybe. No, yes, it must be. You're Mario. I've been waiting for you. You should have come earlier. Well, you're here now. Come in. Alright, sure. Basically what Merlin does is that, like, he's another one of those fortune tellers, like the other, magic, fortune tellers. I can't think of a good name for the whole group, but, you know, the Mer group. That's what I'm gonna call them, because their names always start with Mer. But anyway, so what he does is that if you talk to him in front of the crystal ball, he actually gives you the kind of fortunes, or basically for plot progression. So he does actually tell you where you need to go next. Oh yeah, and look at this here. This is actually the first of one of the many running gags in which Merlin will go, or any other characters will go on their very long tangents, and then Mario just falls asleep. Like, he just starts off with just not paying attention to him, and then he just falls asleep. Now, where have I heard that before? Oh, you know, trust me, in this one, I've been into, like, so many long tangents many times before, and, you know, it's kind of hard to catch up on them. So, yeah, I kind of don't blame him right there. I mean, he just tries so hard to listen to what they have to say, but then they just go on those very long tangents, and, you know, it's just hard to keep up. So, yeah, I really get that, so... Anyway, so, yeah, as quickly as humanly as possible. We've done this a lot of times, and I've said that a lot of times, so... Yeah, he actually does give us the fortune, well, for free, because I think the next time that you visit him for any other fortunes, it does actually cost coins. But he does tell us that we need to go to Koopa Bros Fortress, and... Who are those guys? Why are they in my way? So oddly suspicious-looking toads. You don't want to go out there, it's way too dangerous. Going to Koopa Brothers Fortress would be a huge mistake. Definitely don't go. Most of all, though, you shouldn't go ask Old Man Merle for... Oh, well, thank you. Thank you for telling me not to go see the one person that I should go see for help and do something about you guys. You know, it would have been very thoughtful, you guys, if you actually, like, didn't tell me any of those things, and that way there I would get lost and just not be able to progress any further. But, you know, you just had to tell me not to talk about that one person. So, you know what? I'll do you guys a very solid favor and do just that, which you clearly told me not to do. Now, normally, in order to talk to Merlin, you actually have to go right in front of the crystal ball in order to actually, get him to do something for you, because if you do that, otherwise, like, just go right next to him and talk, he'll just say, hey, go right in front of the crystal ball, dipshit. So, yes, those are the strange toads. No, we can't pass. I thought that would have been Merlin's job, because, well, you know, played a little more straight because, you know, Gandalf. But, anyway, yeah, clearly ordinary toads right here. Feel their true selves. Oh, of course, it's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Koopas again. How'd you guess it was us? We were perfectly disguised. Shucks. Black, yellow, green. We retreat. For now. Yep, and that's how all these mooks do. They just run away. You must pursue them to their hideout, the Koopa Brothers Fortress. Oh, Mario, there's one part of your fortune I haven't revealed. To get to the Koopa Brothers Fortress, you'll need help from a blue shell Koopa. Wait, did you say blue shell? Oh, no! 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 Oh, wait. Oh, never mind. We're not playing Mario Kart. Never mind. Alright, so let's go this way. And now we are in Chapter 1, Storming Koopa Brothers Fortress. And this is where our story officially begins. Well, we just passed the prologue, and now we just go by each chapter. So, very first chapter here. Oh, by the way, if you actually... I don't think I've ever mentioned this, but... if you actually stay on the screen for too long, you actually do get to hear a rendition of the Mario theme. But I didn't really show that off because I didn't really want to bother. Anyway, so this here is a Koopa Troop, although they actually, well, I think it's because, they made, like, you know, the more friendly Koopas and the, evil Koopas, and they decided to give them some cool shades. And and a neck band, too. Yeah, because if you see any of those mooks wearing sunglasses, you know how evil they are. Anyways, so yeah, this is actually where like the Koopa Troopers here are a little more on the defensive side, where you can't really attack them with a hammer, because that won't work at all. So in order for them to actually reveal the weak points, you have to do is jump on them. That won't actually damage them, but they will just flop over, and that way there you can be able to attack them the rest of the way. So that's basically how that kind of thing works. There's one that, oh yeah, that's right, I remember what I was going to mention. You know, for one thing, this isn't really the first game in which there's actually the friendly Koopas, because I know there's, well, there was a Koopa the Quick in Super Mario 64. He was actually not part of Bowser's troops, he's just there for a little competition. And there's also those other Koopa guides in the Mario Party games. So yeah, there's that. So that just, I think that was already pointed out earlier. Actually, no. Yeah, I think Super Mario 64 was probably the first game to introduce at least one friendly Koopa. I don't know if there are any other games that had that as well. Because I don't really recall if Super Mario RPG actually had any other of those friendly enemies or like friendly Koopas. I think all the Koopas you see are just part of Bowser's troops. Alright, so as we'll go further, there's a switch in this tree. You step on it, and that creates a bridge that just popped right out of nowhere and just unfolded itself. Which may or, yeah, maybe it's yet another one of those paper jokes. Or just unfold itself. Oh, you know, unfolding, that actually, that serves a lot of foreshadowing right there. Because, you know, there's another game later on, well, the latest game in the franchise, you know, Origami King, that involves, you know, origami and folding and unfolding. Oh, yeah, that's right here. I think this is actually my first instance where my item inventory is already full, because, yeah, I think that's, like, up to 10 items. Again, I really do hate it when those RPGs actually, give you, excuse me, limited item inventory. And yeah, this is actually where I show off the Sleepy Sheep. Yeah, that's why I didn't really cut this battle out, because it's actually where I would use the Sleepy Sheep, so it's actually the first time of me using it, so I figured I'd just go ahead and show it off. But yeah, that's what it does. For just about at least 3 turns, then it puts enemies to sleep. And I also show off the power block, or I mean the power block. I keep saying it as like it's shortened for power, but it's actually just power block. Yeah, using the power block, it actually attacks all the enemies on the screen, like whether or not they're actually airborne. It even works on airborne enemies. So yeah, just use power block and just damages enemies like that. It's actually another one of those items I also like to keep as well. But yeah, when it comes to like item inventories, again, I really hate it when the game just limits you. Like, there's such a short amount of items. And, you know, it's even worse, because in this game, it's up to 10 items. That's, like, you know, not very much, because at least in Pokemon Red and Blue, I have criticized that, like, the one thing that, well, that Gen 1 did not age well is the limited item inventory, but that actually gave you, like, up to 20 items. Now, for one thing, you do have to, like, deposit your key items at the PC, but, like, you know, 20 items at least still is good enough, but, you know, later generations at least fixed that, where they just gave you different categories for the bag. But in the case of Paper Mario, up to 10 items, that's just too short. I don't really know if Thousand Year Door fixed that, because, again, I still haven't played the game. And there goes all my subscribers, but, yeah, I still don't know if they actually managed to fix that, or if they get that issue. And right down here, and here we are in Koopa Brothers, or yeah, Koopa. I'm thinking of the main chapter of which the destination we have to go. Koopa Brothers Fortress. This is not it. Clearly, does not look like a fortress. This is a Koopa Village, and so apparently it is under attack from Fuzzies. Yeah, remember those guys from Super Mario World? Well, actually, unlike in that game where they're merely obstacles and you can't really kill them because you contact them, then well, they either kill you, or if you had a mushroom, then you lose your power-ups. But no, here in this game, we actually get our sweet revenge. We actually get to kill them, or at least once we're in battle. So, this, I believe, is entirely optional. Like, you'll see all the, Koopa villagers that have lost their shells because they were stolen by the fuzzies. You don't really get any rewards for doing so, though. So, I mean, you can do that, or you can just help them if you want to, or you, don't actually have to, because I think that after all the, fuzzies have been dealt with, then they automatically get their shells back. Well, if I remember correctly. Oh, yeah, and apparently even though they actually do wear something else underneath, they still think... They still consider it nudity when they, don't have their shells on. Yeah, okay. I mean, at least they're still trying to be modest about it. Just, giving them some sort of a... Kinda looks like a dress to me. Huh, Koopa's wearing a dress and or some sort of undershirt, I think. And here's the item shop, but since my item inventory is still full, I didn't get to buy any items. Which sucks. And here's a Koopa Leaf. There's actually a couple other items I didn't go over. We did pick up the Dry Shroom, which is actually a very weak mushroom, which, you only, get, like, one amount of HP. We also have the Koopa Leaf that, gives you 3 HP, and it's actually, one of those, good items for, ingredients. Which, we will get to later on, because there's actually a character... Well, we did meet her before in the beginning of the game, but... her name was, Tasty, and, she basically just, if you give her some of the items or ingredients, then she actually, cooks some of those ingredients and combines them into some sort of a special dish that helps you, gives you more HP, or either both HP or FP. And Mischief Never. This right here, this actually house, okay, I worded those wrong. Did not come out right. This house, actually, there we go, belongs to, a character named Colorado. And he's not here right now. This, Koopa leader here is actually his wife. But, yeah, he's not here right now. You can't really do anything about it right now because of the fuzzy attack. This one, I actually tried to, get the shell back, but this fuzzy right here is, like, he's very fast moving. It's kind of hard to... I think you're supposed to go slowly and then whack him with the hammer, or just stand in front of him. I never figured this out, so I just, kind of, ignore this one. Like I said, there's not really much use in trying to get the shells back, because all they do is that they basically just, thank you for getting the shells back, but you don't really get any rewards for it, so... Yeah, probably not that necessary. And this here is Cooper. Cooper here, well, I mean, he's a little more distinct Koopa. Something tells me that, he might be tagging along with us one of these days. So, yeah, like all the other Koopas, his shell's also stolen by one of the fuzzies. And actually, as a matter of fact, Merlin did tell us to, go meet up with him. And, well, so there he is, so... Anyway, so now he wants us to go to that fuzzy that's right here. Because he just wants the shell back, so... Let's go ahead and give him the chase. And along the way, you'll actually run into some other fuzzies that will try to attack you. Like this one here. You can actually go ahead and fight the fuzzies if you want to. Mainly just for experience, so that's why I figured. Alright, so basically, here's what the fuzzies do, is that, yeah, like I said, sorry about the little noise I had itch under my eye, kind of hit my microphone there. So yeah, like I said though, unlike in Mario World, where you can actually just, you can actually kill them here, well, only in battle though. They have one little annoying attack though, is that, they basically have some sort of a life-draining attack, where, what they do is that, they take away one of your HP, and then they actually restore themselves with that HP. Yeah, like kind of a life-draining attack. And trust me on this one, I really, like, especially in RPGs, I really cannot stand the kinds of enemies that heal themselves. Because, you know what I usually do when I'm playing RPGs is that whenever I run into any kind of enemies that, they're very notorious for healing, what I would highly recommend you do is that you always want to defeat the healers first. And then after that, they can go for the other enemy. But yeah, I really cannot stand those guys in RPG games. They're probably one of the most annoying things in RPGs in general. Just, you know, the healers. Because, you know, it just makes the battle go on forever. And forever, and forever. And now we have this kind of mini-game right here. Yeah, I'm calling it a mini-game right here. Basically what you do is that the Fuzzy will hide right into one of those trees here. And he'll actually just go and hop around, and what you do is that you have to pay very close attention to where the Fuzzy is. Like, it's actually the one Fuzzy that has the blue shell with him, and all the other Fuzzies don't. So just pay very close attention to where he's going. And then whichever tree he actually manages to hide in, then go and hit that tree. And the more you do this, then the faster you'll get, and that's where things get a little trickier. Oh, and here's the catch, though. Here's something that, like, something weird that happened to me very much so in my playthrough, is that for some reason, he always hides in the exact same tree that I've been whacking. I mean, I'm not even joking right here. This is actually the third and final turn right here that I'm about to do. So watch this. Just pay very close attention to where he would be. And get a load of this. See, this is the exact same tree that he's been hiding in. Like, I don't know why. Like, I got, like, the exact same tree 3 times in a row. He did not hide in any other tree, just in this file. And, like, wow, that was rather quick and easy. That didn't really take much of an effort for me at all. And, you know, strangely enough, this is not the first time it's ever happened to me. Like, it's happened to me a couple other times in playthroughs of other games. Like, it actually happened to me one time in Majora's Mask. In that House of Skulltula in the Great Bay area. Yeah, I don't know what it is with those kinds of games just going easy on me and just having me go for the same kind of patterns for some of those instances. But anyway, so now we finally got Koopa's shell back. And so, now some Professor Colorado, we've heard the name, actually. Naturally, he's a Koopa who's a professor of archaeology. He's also known as an explorer. Since you were in your egg, but you can't really see anything from inside your egg. How does that even help? But anyways, so yeah, let's go and take him. So anyways, so now we have our very second party member. So yes, now we have Koopa by our side, and this is actually where the party members start to get a little more useful. Like, aside from like, other than Goombario basically tattling on some areas or some enemies and just giving us a buy on them. What Koopa does is that if you press the down C button, very much like those enemy Koopas, which you can jump on their shells. If you press the down C button, then Mario will jump on his shell, and that will let you either attack enemies from head on, or like in the overworld. Well, both that, and it also helps you reach certain items like badges that you couldn't even reach before. And this is how he does in battle. So he has 2 moves: Shell Toss, which is a regular attack, and Power Shell, which costs like 3 FP. What Shell Toss does is that, like, we're both Shell Toss and Power Shell, is that if you tilt left on the analog stick, and then you just build up the power, then he'll just go and, he actually just attacks the, enemies, like, all the enemies in a row. Well, just with the, Power Shell here. Shell Toss, I think, just, does damage to a single enemy. Yeah, this is where I try, yeah, like, basically, throwing a shell at an enemy. Yeah, I kind of like the Power Shell, so you can only do one enemy, but with the Power Shell, then you can actually be able to attack all the enemies at the same time. So that's how Koopa works here in this game. Yeah, it's going to be the last Fuzzy right here, which, of course, yeah, we kind of figured as much. He decided to just go and attack us, even though he said he was going to be good. But, you know, we defeated him, so you gonna be good now? Huh? You gonna be good? Okay, yeah, sure, thank you. Now go away. Alright, so this is also where I show off how Koopa works in the overworld. So, yeah, see that badge right there? That's the HP Plus badge. Before, we couldn't really reach it regularly because we can't really jump across. But with Koopa here, if you just jump on the shell, then he can actually be able to reach that, reach over to the badge. So that right there, like, he basically just can reach those items that we just couldn't before. So that's how he works. And so with the HP Plus badge, we can be able to increase our HP, even though we could do that just by leveling ourselves up, and just increasing the HP with that kind of badge does cost a little more. It does cost BP. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so even if you don't really get the shells back to the Koopas from the Fuzzies, then they after the Fuzzies have been dealt with, then they do automatically get the shells back. So I guess it really isn't necessary overall. And like I say, you don't really get reward for that. What was the one other thing I was gonna say? Shit, it slipped my mind off again. Or it slipped out of my mind. That's right. The HP Plus badge. So, yeah, right now I don't really have enough badge points for that, but I still do want to go ahead and use it because I would like some more HP. But once we get more badge points, and this here is a little house of interest right here. Here's this Koopa right here who's relaxing, sunbathing, even though there's no sun right here. Yeah, not really any light. If you go over to the radio, there's a little Easter egg right here. Listen closely. So yeah, those of you who don't really know right about now, this is actually the end credits scene from Super Mario World. So yeah, just by going over to the radio and just changing the music, then yeah, you actually get this little nice little Easter egg right here. Which is actually cool though, because I really do love the credits theme for Mario World. It does sound a lot similar to the overall theme from Mario 2 USA, but it's actually a really good track. But anyways, looks like that's the end of the video. So next time on Let's Play Paper Mario, we are going to try to make some preparations and maybe do a lot of optional stuff. I don't know, but what we mainly want to do is go over to the Koopa Brothers Fortress. So I don't know if that's going to be a thing for the next episode or maybe the episode after that, but who knows? We'll see. So until next time, see you guys later.